Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. My name is Miriam El-Beloushi. Today's session it's going to be about Toastmasters and their journey with Toastmasters International. How has the Toastmasters affected their life as individual, and how did it open a new horizon for everyone? On the stage this evening, I have Toastmasters members who's going to share their experience with Toastmasters International. To my left, to my far left, I have Waraslin. Waraslin is a corporate trainer with, corporate trainer with ارتقاء at Response Plus Medical and a 3-time winner at DTAC. To my right, we have محمد حمدان, Technology Manager, IFC Coach, ACC, public speaker, and an ambitious person as he described himself. To my left, we have Samir Al-Jabri. Samir is the head of local and government resources at Abu Dhabi Film Commission, and he is a winner of a humorous speech at DTAC 2018 and a semi-finalist at 2020 at the International Contest for Toastmaster International. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Actually, just before we start, I'm just going to quickly mention what DTAC is because it's been mentioned a few times here. DTAC is the District Toastmasters Annual Conference, and you belong to a district. In our district, we have 4 countries, UAE, Lebanon, Jordan, as well as Oman. So when we talk about DTAC stage, we're talking about Toastmasters from these 4 stages.
Yes.
Not only that, Samir actually not just at DTAC for humorous speech, which is he won out of the 4 countries. He's also gone on to the international stage where he's fighting against Toastmasters from all around the world.
Yes.
So that one, while he was a semi-finalist, just to get there as a semi-finalist, it was a really, really tough journey. Can we give him a big round of applause,
Yes.
please? Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Tonight,
Thank you, Mama Waraslin.
we will know more about his journey. Waraslin, I'm going to start with you.
Me? Okay.
Yes. As a 3-time winner, how would you describe your journey with Toastmasters?
As a 3-time winner. Okay, let me explain to you the years that I won, what I won in, and why it was so important to have the things that I have at my disposal. I was the table topic champion for 2017 as well as 2019, and I was the evaluations champion in 2018. Reason why I'm mentioning it is because in 2017, interestingly enough, we were District 20. We actually had 7 countries, and this was in Bahrain that I actually competed in.
Yes.
It was my first outing at DTAC. It was a sweet outing, okay? Now, it wouldn't have happened if not for the fact that I was prudent enough to find myself a good mentor. The moment I won area, the guy who came in 2nd place at area is actually one of the most celebrated Toastmasters in the UAE. And I turned to him and I said, Toastmaster Abraham, now he's Distinguished Toastmaster, would you please be my mentor? And he said, with pleasure. But little did I know that asking him to be my mentor meant a grueling experience. Literally, I was I had to go to his place. His wife would make the best karakti, by the way. I would go to his house. I had my vice president of education with me. He would sit down, flip open his computer, and go, all right, that's your stage. Start now. He throws topic after topic after topic.
Great.
So before we go on, I'm going to explain what table topics is
Yes.
first, right?
Yes.
Table topics is actually one of the most fun component of Toastmastering. Toastmasters actually helps you to better your public speaking skills, right? Whether it be on a stage like this, in
Yes.
front of your leaders at the office, whether it be just delivering a toast at a front party if you wanted to. Toastmasters helps you to overcome your fear of public speaking and at the same time as well help you hone in your skills. Now, table topics is one of the most fun components. You go up there, you stand on stage, much like what Miriam is doing to me right now, because I
Yes.
have no idea she was going to ask me about that. The table topic master throws you a topic, and you have to speak on it for like the next 2 minutes. Okay, minimum of 1 minute, always speak till the green light. And you can go on till about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If I were you, don't brush the 30 seconds, it's a bit dangerous. But yes, that's table topics essentially in a nutshell. You go up there, you speak, just like this. So when I was preparing for 2017, I had no idea how tough the competition was going to be, because I enjoy speaking, as you can tell. I only started speaking at the age of 2. My parents were very worried about me, but after I started speaking, my parents regretted worrying about me because I never stopped after that. So that was a bit of an issue. Then I found Toastmasters after 30 over years, and I realized, hey, this is a great place for me to be. I
Yes.
can talk nonstop.
The best platform.
Best, absolute best platform. It was so grueling, but I was so glad I had my mentor. He directed me in the right way. He spoke to me. He helped me. He evaluated everything I did, right? And he managed to push me beyond what would have been just a normal table topic speaker. Honestly speaking, up to today, I firmly believe it was my mentor that made me a champion. It wasn't a one-person journey. It was something that was collaborated. It was something that he pushed me when I thought I couldn't go further. And finally, on that DTAC stage, I managed to do what I did. Of course, a little bit of luck, you know, because the topic was good, the topic was fun, and I managed to think of a really good closing line. If not for that, you know,
Yes.
it's one of those things, right? It's luck of the draw, right? What topic you actually get. So happened, all the stars were aligned that year, alhamdulillah, and I had managed to get everything.
Yes.
And essentially after that, everything was really fun. So what I really wanted to bring across is getting a good mentor and having good evaluations is essentially the makings of a true champion. Over to you.
Great answer, Roslyn. Thank you.
you.
So I'll go to Hamdan.
You keep the best for the last, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
Sure.
And all of you are the best. So, Muhammad Hamdan, what is difficult? Is it to start the journey with Toastmasters or to be motivated to continue? From your experience.
Okay. I believe neither and nor. You don't need to be, you need first to face your fear and admit that you are having a problem. This is, I believe, the first step, or as we call it, the baby step. In the beginning, when you are facing your fear, you will be really seeing that, yes, I have this problem. Yes, I need to change. Yes, I need to fix it. And then this kind of motivation can push you in front so you can start the journey. And I believe there is an English quote said, you just need to start and leave the magic for the remainings. And I count my life before Toastmaster and after Toastmaster.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Samir has an amazing sense of humor, and later on we knew that he has a serious face. So we would like to know, what is the difference between winning 2018 in the normal life and then participating in 2020 during the pandemic in the international talk?
All right, the serious face, I guess it was due to COVID and having to go through COVID. But by nature, I'm a person who likes to smile all the time. I'm a big believer that humor and that the smile is the key to people's heart. So whenever you want to send a message to someone, you want to send a message that you wanted to resonate, it's always nice to kind of open the door by making them smile and then send that message. It resonates and stays with them.
Yes.
I had to get out of my comfort zone, which is always being nice and bubbly and smiley, and try something else, which was during 2020.
Yes.
It was the international speech. So it's a different category. It's the category of the humorous speech reaches to a certain level, which is the DTAC that Waraslin was just mentioning. And then the international speech that goes all the way till basically competing with speakers from all over around the world. But still, that doesn't mean that you cannot use a little bit of humor in the international speech. It's not like the humorous speech is different. It's counting the laughs and how many. Like, I had a lot of people looking at the speech and saying, "Oh, I didn't know that you do stand-up comedy." I'm like, well,
It's not.
It's not. It might be similar, but it's not.
Yes.
You know, it's different. We have one topic in our humorous speech. It's one topic. It's a journey and a message. Where when you do stand-up comedy, every line could be about something else. You know, it's the whole purpose is just making people laugh, and then every line could be different. And our humorous speech is different. It has a purpose. But the closest to my heart, of course, will always be more of the humorous speech. I
Yes.
think for next year, I'm going to be competing again in humorous.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Samir.
No, no, please don't compete in international next year. I intend to compete in international, so
Yes.
I want less competition.
Myself,
Yeah.
I was
so-
going to compete in the
Khalas, I will not
international.
compete in humorous. That's it. I will not.
Waraslin was talking about the importance of mentor, and I completely agree. The reason being is my first entry to Toastmaster, I met Waraslin, and she's been my mentor. So that's why if I'm competing again, I have to be afraid and scared because I'm competing against my mentor.
With your mentor.
We'll take turns, okay? Every year we'll take turn. One of us will go and compete in one of
Yes.
the areas, yeah?
Hi, Amr. Good. We will let you take a rest for 5 minutes, and we will come back to you.
Oh, wait, I want to make a small point here. Because I heard from someone yesterday, there was that gentleman sitting at the corner there, he wanted to make my life difficult. He had wanted to do this entire panel in Arabic. Okay? Now, my Arabic is worse than a kindergarten kid. Right? The only phrase I'm really good at saying is ana abita. Right? Exactly. I learned it from an Egyptian, just in case you were wondering. Okay? But my point about this is, if you join Toastmasters, it's not about learning a new language. Please do not think about it in that aspect. Yes, it will better your English speaking skills if you joined an English club, but it's about learning the skills behind public
Exactly.
speaking that is most important, because we do have Arabic clubs around as well. We have Malayalam clubs. We have got Chinese clubs, Mandarin clubs. Well, at least in Singapore we do. And so I don't want people to walk away from this thinking that, oh, Toastmasters International is an English place that we can go learn English. No,
Yes.
it's a club for you to pick up skill sets that are portable, that you can bring to any situation in any language.
Exactly.
Back to you again.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
Just going back to Samir's, you can check Samir's winning speech in YouTube. I think it was single ready to be mingle or something.
Unsingle me.
Yes, okay. Unsingle me, Samir Al-Jabri.
Well, he just got unsingled, I think.
And check his speech. Roslyn, the second question, you have almost like replied to that in a way or another, and even Samir has like mentioned that. It's about the mentoring. How you mentor a member in Toastmaster. Is it going to be something that you take over like for a free because you're investing your time and your effort? How the whole process starts?
I'm really glad for that question because I've been itching to talk about mentoring and evaluations and stuff, right? I was waiting for that moment to come in and talk about it. Mentoring is a quintessential aspect, very, very crucial aspect of Toastmastering. How this works is when you first enter Toastmasters, you're new to the club, you will be assigned somebody who would actually guide you along the way. They will guide you. They will be there to answer your questions. Now, in the case of Samir, it was a little bit different. It was like, literally, I think it was like, Samir, the president of the club, looked at him and went, Samir, you did a really funny table topics. Khalas, we have nobody representing us for humorous. You are the one. Samir looks, what? And then goes, okay, you know that woman, that crazy one sitting beside you? Halas, she's your mentor. Go. This was essentially how it happened, I think. Would you agree with that?
Well, exactly. I didn't know anything about Toastmasters at that time. I just entered, and I was like,
Nothing.
oh, let's see what this club all about. And then
He
it was
was
all
thrown.
just because of one joke that I said. That's
Yeah,
why.
he was funny in his table topics. So the minute he was funny, people thought, okay, he will do a good humorous speech. So Samir's journey, which he will share with you, is a bit different. Now, when you're in Toastmasters, you will have somebody that will guide you. And along the way as well, you might find different mentors to guide you in different areas, because not everybody is perfect in everything. One thing I would like to stress is that a good mentor doesn't have to be somebody who knows everything. No. A good mentor is somebody who is able to A, guide you, B, be able to lead you towards the resources that can help you overcome areas that perhaps he or she is unable to help you with. So that's the making of a good mentor, right? Like, for example, my mentor is fantastic in table topics, but when it comes to all the other areas, he would actually bring in people so that we can actually work together. Similarly with Samir, I think when it came to your, even during your humorous, I think we had a couple of people who spoke a little bit, and then after that we went through it. But for your international, I think you had more than one people that you were consulting, because different people bring in different aspects to you. But bear in mind, too many cooks spoils the brew. Huh? However, back to mentoring in Toastmasters is extremely important. It's a skill that we hope each Toastmaster develops, because it's a skill that you can bring into your workplace. It's a skill that you can actually bring in to your daily life. Because mentoring is not just about, okay, this is your work, let me teach you how to do your work. That's not mentoring, that's training. You get training everywhere.
Yes.
Mentoring is when you say, for example, at the workplace, yeah? You would say something like, okay, how was your day? Why are you so stressed over this? Let me show you some tips on how to de-stress before work. Perhaps you want to consider doing this. Oh, you're having problems with this project? Let's have a look at it. Maybe you might want to ask so-and-so for a bit of help. Or perhaps you would like to reorganize certain times that you have. A mentor would work with you that way. Now, teaching you how to do your work, that's training. Mentoring is
Yes.
looking at you holistically as a person and seeing how this being in front of you can progress. And progressing doesn't mean just doing your work good or doing your work right. Progressing also means how do you expand your knowledge outside of what is within your work scope.
Yeah.
Like for example, Hamdan over there, he's doing something that's very similar to mentoring. Coaching is something that I think is very important as well.
Yes.
Yeah? So that's something that he does. And this is a skill set that I think is extremely important, not only just for Toastmasters, but for people in general. Yeah?
Exactly.
For most people in general. Does that really answer your question? Or?
Almost, yes.
Over
But
to Oh, yeah, but I hear a
we,
but.
we can come back to
Okay,
that.
we will
because
come
we can look at mentoring from different aspects.
No problem. I'm always here for that.
Yeah.
By the way, P.S., when you have a chance, talk about evaluations, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Roslyn. Amr, with 15 years experience with finance, he joined Toastmasters in 2018. This year, I think in February and in March and April, 3 months in a row, we have Amr participating in the competition. And usually the competition is 4 sessions or different sections. Amr was there for the 4. And he was like thrown, Amr, deal with it. You're going to participate. Tell us about your experience this year.
Hello. Actually, it was very hard experience because it's my first time to try it. The reason behind this, it was Mariam. Mariam is telling me, "Come, Amr, it's easy. Come and log in the 4 sections." So I didn't know the sequences, so I accepted. So I went for the 4 challenges. I remember it was like a very tough competition. I kept competing until reaching division, I believe, صح?
Yes, for the humorous.
Yeah, for the humorous. So it was a good experience.
There is a competitor here.
Yeah. But he's champion. For me, I reached division and خلاص. Actually, once I'm done with the competition,
Yes.
yes, I lost the competition, but I got to relax. It's time to to not prepare
have my life
anything.
back.
Yes. So it was a very nice experience, actually. I really enjoyed it. It was my first trial.
Okay. That's it.
Overall, for the Toastmasters?
Yes, the preparation, the rehearsal. We need to know more.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was easy thing. So what? Can you make it?
The point here that for I kept watching too many
Yes.
videos for the different competition to try to get some tips and tricks how to do it. So the most challenging part for me was the humorous, because I have to add some sense of humor to let people laugh.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it was online, so I'm assuming that the others are laughing, so I'm laughing with them in order to keep it going.
Yes.
Of course, it will be much more lively and interactive in next years when life come
Yes.
back to normal. But it's very challenging, and the humorous is, and of course, is the most challenging part, because you're dealing with many different mentalities, and you want to make everyone smiles, really smile. So it is challenging. For the international speech, it's normal. You can make like contest of topic and make intro, body, conclusion in such nice way, but you don't want to make any extra effort to make others laugh. But adding sense of humor is very challenging, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right, because part of the public speaking thing is that you need to understand and read the audience. And when it comes to humorous, the same joke might not work in Germany or in Africa or in Asia, or it depends on the different kind of. So you need to be in the middle, because the audience in front of you are from all over. It's international. So that's the kind of when you need to understand the audience where you're giving that speech, the majority of the people are from where, and then you can slowly kind of get that sense of humor towards, for example, from the Gulf or from Asian, general
Yes.
Asian, that the same sense of humor they would understand. Otherwise, and you're right, with online, it's very difficult because. Yeah, because you feed from the energy of the people. Like if
Exactly.
you say a joke and you time it, when they laugh, and then you let them finish the laugh, and then start talking. But then when it's online, you're just looking at the camera. You don't know, did they laugh? Did they didn't? Shall I
Yeah.
start
It's
again?
just a cold room. It's the same with table topics, When you start speaking, you're telling a joke and they'll be like, okay, maybe it fell flat. Not sure.
Mohammed.
And one of the challenges in the humorous that maybe you are telling a story or you are telling a joke. In your culture, it is a joke, and we are currently all of us laughing on it. And believe me, maybe it is something like a sad story for another people. I will be telling, in all of our culture that we used to, when you are doing a mistake, that your dad or your mom, they are punishing you. But if you are telling that this story or this joke to someone else, maybe he will be feeling sad for you. What is the funny over here?
Yes.
So the thing is that this is the challenge on the humorist, and where we are having too much challenges when we are seeing the people, when we are having it, especially when we are reaching to the division. Division is it's really hard. Personally, I reached to the division, and when I was just preparing my speech, I'm seeing the people from three different or four different countries. Oh my God, what I will be doing over there. I was in the middle. I was preparing some kind of a joke, like I'm a Superman, but in the middle, oh, it looks silly. Maybe the people, they are laughing me. Look to this, Majnoon, he's crazy. And in the middle, in this year, last year, I dropped humors. I told them, I'm a Jordanian. We are an upset people. This is believe me.
I can't be.
In my country, there is a quote said that our abstinence, it's our tradition. As we are talking about Petra, you are talking about Jordanians, that they are all the time.
Have a serious face.
Yeah, they are the serious faces, people.
Best way to tell a joke with a serious face. It's the best way to tell a joke.
I don't know. My friends, they are telling me that when we are sitting with you in a coffee, you are making us laughing. But I never see like this. Maybe maybe if we are face to face, maybe I will be more. And as Mr. Samir said, and Amr, and Maryam, and you said that you are taking the vibes from the audience. You are taking the
Exactly.
vibes from the people. When the people, they are laughing, you can add the second, the third, the fourth. But when you are there, it's a flat joke. I will not laugh
Yes.
again. I will drop
No one
humorous
is
next
there.
time.
Yeah.
Kalam sakh.
Thank you so much.
I think the virtual meetings and the virtual competition didn't add that much to everyone, but in the other side, made different people participate. To me, if it was like the physical one, I would say, okay, maybe next year. But this year, I put myself in one of the competition, and I said that I'm going to participate, even if I don't win. I went in the club level and went to the second level, which was okay, now I can believe in myself or the skills that I have. So it wasn't that easy, but added more to people who didn't believe in the physical one. Because being in front of an audience is not an easy thing. You need to practice. You need to feel this is my place, and you can take.
So basically, one of the biggest takeaway for
Yeah.
the last 2 years that we have been within COVID that is most practical that came out of Toastmastering is how we actually learn to present in front of that camera. Because many a times at the start, at the very first beginning, right, all of us are on these Zoom meetings, and you'll notice that our eye contact is lacking completely. Why? Because we're looking at everybody's faces,
Yes.
yeah, while we're talking, you know, we're looking at people's faces instead of looking into the camera. We never got into that mode of looking into the camera. Then what happens is we get told, you know, by the way, while you're talking, I couldn't see your eyes. I thought
Yeah.
you were not looking at me, blah, blah, blah. That's when you actually then took into consideration, okay, it's difficult. Trust me, it's one of the most difficult things to do, yeah? Trying not to distract yourself with all those, and then looking at that tiny little pinhole that's right there.
Yes.
You know, you put that big arrow that says, look here, so that you actually deliver a very good presentation in front of the camera when you're online. You're doing online meetings, you're delivering all these things, you're saying things that enables you to actually connect with your audience. So that's one thing. Once we pivoted to the online for Toastmastering, it helped with the Toastmasters who were actually part of the online community as well. Suddenly, because all your work took place
Yes, all of
online.
us.
Now suddenly you guys are the ones that work swanky and are like, hey, I know how to do this.
Yes.
I look into the camera. Suddenly your bosses are going like, wow, you guys look really good online, huh? How you do that? So I think this is one of the things
Yes.
that comes out of Toastmastering as well.
Yes.
It reflects the real world. Again, skill sets that you
Yes.
attain and you can actually apply almost instantaneously to work. Sorry, I know I'm cutting
No,
everybody off.
actually, you have answered the question about evaluating.
I haven't
as-
done it yet.
Oh, so you have.
I got more about evaluations, but yeah,
Yes.
Yalla, back to you first.
I would like to ask almost everyone about their personality before Toastmasters and after Toastmasters. Give me like maybe two differences that you have noticed Waraslin, Samir, Muhammad, Amr have changed. So we will start from here
Boys first.
and we will go.
This girl talks too much. Boys first.
Since we are talking usually ladies first, but thank you for allowing me. See, as I'm not exaggerating when I say my life started after Toastmaster. It's not like before Toastmaster. I was saying as raised, I'm the older one between my brothers. All the time, I'm carrying the responsibility, being work in a younger ages. All the time, I'm a serious person, and I don't know how to deliver myself in a proper way. All the time, I was stuck with the eye contacts, with the way, with the aggressive tone, all of the talks. I'm talking with my wife. At that time, she was my fiance. I talking with her all the time. My tone was top. She told me, why you are shouting at me? I told her, no. And
I'm
being
whispering.
a manager, I was spending too much time to try to deliver what is there. And I was all the time thinking from here. And one of the good things about the Toastmaster, when I put my step over there, I start to have the connection. I was trying to have the way how I'm expressing myself on how I need to talk, waving my hand, talking to the people, asking a question, and being able to motivate even my team. I was talking to them, spending 2 hours in a meeting that I want only to deliver 2 to 3 points. And now, believe it or not, I can deliver what I want in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And it is not something that I am a superhero. No,
Yes.
I'm a person that I face my fear and I say to myself, you know what? I need to fix it. This is on Hamdan. Career-wise, yes, I am a technology manager. On the top, there is one project in Toastmaster changed my life and literally changed my life. It's called Introduction to Mentorship. An introduction to mentorship, it allowed me to remember what happened to me and remember all of the bad mentors was happening to me in my life, and I was trying to be a good mentor. So this is one. Second, okay, there is one of the characters called the coach. This is me but unofficially. Why not? I can make it officially. Now, inshallah, in next month I will be ACSTH. I will be finishing that training. And inshallah, in next year I will be ACC, accredited certified coach. And with that one, I can take this one as a coaching, as a career. And you can, okay, why all of this come? It come after I say to myself, Hamdan, you are really having a problem and you really need to fix it.
Yes.
And after I face myself and I start to fix it, believe me, if I did not learn anything and I go out with the good people, this is the only thing. I got introduced to Amr. Wrestling was my mentor in one of the things. I was taking Samir as one of the, the main characters that I'm looking to reach to when I was preparing myself and I reached to the division. And all of the time, Maryam was taking my hand. And and the main thing that I fixed my relationship with my family and my wife. My wife now, she started to stop allowing me to talk. Muhammad, khalas, be silent. Thank you so much. You are a Toastmaster. Thank you so much. And this is also to my dad and my mom. Thank you to all of you. Back to you, Maryam.
Thank you, Mohammed Hamdan. Samir.
After this amazing story, and what do I have to say? For me, I've learned a lot on this journey, to be honest. And
Yes.
I can't believe, actually, thinking about it. I grew up more of a very shy introvert person. Like, that's actually me. People who really know me know that in front of any person I can't talk. Like, I like to be by myself in my own room. And then I learned something, this Toastmaster thing, is that we all have messages. We all have our own stories that we want to tell.
Yes.
I mean, if I show you the videos that I used to do in my room alone, I can't even believe that was me. Like, I was like a TV presenter, full on.
Wow.
But then if you put me in front of one person, completely gone. That Samir is not there anymore.
Exactly.
So I grew up like this, and I thought that this is normal. Like, it's okay to be that. Until I
Yes.
basically somehow reached the Toastmasters.
Yes.
And then I started learning how to communicate,
Yes.
how to deliver these messages. Because, everyone will almost say probably the same, is that it helps us in all aspects in our life. I can also relate to this because with my own family and friends, I can speak and deliver the message better. Because the thing is, when people hear that we're Toastmasters, public speaking, they think that's what we do, like stand on stage and motivate people and be positive, be happy, smile, yes. No. Public speaking is what we do, why we learn it, is to learn how to communicate with your, team members at work, with your family, with your friends.
Exactly.
I get pushed now in meetings to be, like Samir, he knows how to talk. Let him speak. So it gave me an opportunity to become better and take better positions at work because of
Exactly.
that. And then looking at the past and how I used to be, and even with my own family, I always used to tell the story of my dad when he used to take me to the family gatherings. And all my uncles and cousins will be talking, and I will just be sitting next to my father, just looking at the ground, and I don't want to look at any one of them. Because I know if I look at them, they're going to start asking me, how was your day at school? And then I don't know how to answer to that. And I'll be like, alhamdulillah. And that's it. But then with time, now, like, the whole Toastmaster experience taught me how to start structuring the information in my mind. Right? And it taught me how I can tell you a sentence at the beginning. At the same time, I'm thinking of what am I going to say after that.
Exactly.
And this is all just practice. Practice and Toastmaster basically allowed me, it gave me that ground to practice and become better at it.
Yes. Amr.
Yes. Yes, actually, I feel that the main advantage I got that to face my fears. Okay, especially I was that shame. I feel shame and shy if I'm coming in front of the crowd and like a huge crowd. I have to present something or idea. So especially I'm that fan of conferences and speeches. I'm attending international and local conferences. And sometimes I'm speaking into it. So after sometimes, you know, if just you're a report, you just want to deliver the information, but for Toastmaster, actually, it gives me the structure how to make easier communication and how to make it easier, and when you should add a joke to break the ice with the audience, and how to move and how to communicate with each one of the audience and let them engage with you. It's not like giving a bunch of information for everyone. It's different. And it's also, for me also, the main challenge was the impromptu speeches. Like you said, how are you, alhamdulillah, and that's it. But if you want to really to complete your speech and make a meaningful answer, yes, you will make a structure. And even now in any meetings in the office, I'm making a structure of it. Like I will say something, so it should be intro, body, and conclusion to make it organized. Yes. So it's affecting my style of speaking. So this is, I felt it. And recently I was in a conference, international conference, and we had such panel. And each one is being asked for opinion, and you should give a proper opinion, and you should speak for like 5 minutes. And of course, 5 minutes is too much.
Yes.
Without being part of Toastmasters, I will just say the answer and khalas. It will take 30 seconds. But because of your now know how to structure your answer in such a little speech, intro, body, conclusion, and make a mechanism how to communicate with people, how to elaborate your idea, so it makes your presence in meetings more
Productive.
yes. So it is. This is the main advantage I got from Toastmasters.
Yes. Now I'm keeping the best for the last. Yes, best for the last.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
It's just that because this girl talks more than the boys, so they've decided to let the boys
But
speak.
there is a challenge, Razlan.
What is the challenge?
You have 1 minute.
Okay, good luck to me. 1 minute, all right. My journey as a Toastmaster is a bit different from most people. Okay, so I'm going to go really fast right now. Good luck to the translator over there. If you have any problem, don't worry. You don't have to translate this part of it because I'll explain to them later. Yeah, good job. Well done. So anyways, my journey, I'm going to take a minute and a half, okay? My journey as a Toastmaster is very different from the rest. I have been a public speaker since I was 9 years old. My first experience was a Chinese storytelling competition. The only reason why I won second place and not third is because everybody looked at me and went, she's only half Chinese, okay, she doesn't say it right, tick, 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 tick. And the poor boy who went third should have been second, really. I started speaking, and then at 18, my first job was a professional MC. I was on stage doing all these things. So I only got to know Toastmasters in my late 30s. So how Toastmasters has helped me is phenomenal. See, I stumbled into public speaking. I never had a structure behind what I did. Never was somebody who actually knew, you know, the ins and the outs and the goings of it, despite the fact that both my diploma and degree were in communications, right? Now, when I joined Toastmasters, I finally realized, because there are people who evaluate me, who tell me, hey, listen, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to say, and then I listen to other people speak, right? Because new Toastmasters, they take things very seriously, huh? If they tell you structure, introduction, body, conclusion, everybody does it to the T. Okay? They do it. But you know what? When they do that seriously, it helped me. Because I saw the effectiveness of such a structure.
Yes.
I looked at it and I went, hey, you know what? That person may not be as articulate. She loves that word because that was the word of the day for our previous meeting. They may not be as articulate, but they were convincing because they had an introduction, they had the body, they had the conclusion. That was when I started reflecting on my own speeches. On why is it that I could only be a clown on stage and entertain people, but not getting my message across? See? So Toastmasters helps in any situation. You can be a new person going in to overcome your fears. You can be somebody who has been speaking in public for the last 20 years. You can be somebody who has the skill set, but maybe nowhere to practice. You can be somebody who just loves speaking. And by the way, Hamdan, I recommend that your wife would join with you, because this is what's going to happen. Whenever you talk at home, it'll be a brilliant time. One will speak, the other will evaluate.
Yes.
And then you can switch roles. The other will speak and the other will evaluate. It will be the perfect conversation that you guys are going to have.
But that time, I believe Panadol company need to do with me a contract, because I believe either me nor her need
Yes.
to start to drink Panadol all the time.
Okay, I think about 1 minute and a half. Yalla, you go
Yes.
back to you.
It was a very enriching conversation and session with you guys. And towards the end, I would like to thank you for coming and ما في وقت. Yeah. We okay, sorry.
In the interest of time, I don't think we're going to have a Q&A, but don't worry.
Yes.
I think the four of us, together with Mariam, will be at the side here. So if you have any questions,
Please come
please
and
feel
ask.
free to approach us. I think
Yes.
we're more than happy to answer any of your questions after that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So thank you everyone for coming, and thank you for the audience for being with us. And we would like to say thank you Abu Dhabi Arabic Language Center and the Abu Dhabi International. Okay. And thank you to Abu Dhabi International Book Fair for this opportunity. And as we say in Toastmasters, over to you.
Thank you.